and welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on the Old Stream Farm. Right guys, we've got a couple of bits I would like to try and get done over in this episode. Starting basically with, I think we should bring in a pig feed mixer. There is one that, well, I used the TMR mixer over on Valley Springs, and the same one does actually have a pig feed mixer, and I'm thinking maybe that's something we need to bring in on this, because everything we make from it can actually go into the can come out of the open greenhouse. So tatties, corn and sunflowers, which is basically everything that we use anyway, that will basically make us a pig feed. We still got to deal with it, we've still got to manage it, things like that and stuff like that, so it's not like it's going to be any different. Give me 1 second, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going and what I'm doing, and I'm going to go and put this over on our new field over there. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I meant to do. I meant to go over there and get a crop in the ground. I don't know if it needs ploughing actually. I'm kind of just winging it, thinking it does need ploughing. I could have looked on the menu, but I thought it'd just be easier to go and check the field, and if it does need ploughing, we can get a worker on this. No, it doesn't. It doesn't need ploughing. There's no point ploughing it. There's no point ploughing it. It kind of wasted a quick minute there, but I thought, well, I'm prepared to plough it if I need to. But yeah, that's not needing to be ploughed, so there's no point ploughing it. It would get rid of the weeds, it would stop the weeds coming this year, but the problem is it would also affect the environmental score through precision farming. So we might as well just get a worker to seed. So yeah, that is pretty much what we're going to be doing today. I don't really show what we can seed in August. I'm just going to double check the calendar. We actually could do with next month. Okay, right, okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. Let me go this way and let me look and show you what this production I'm talking about is. Now the only issue I've got is I don't think I'm gonna be able to put it where I'd like, and I think the skid steer might be a problem. I'm a little confused where it is now. I was looking at it yesterday. I was thinking, well, we could bring that in. That would help us with our pig situation. Now, we could technically do it this way and bring in one of these buildings like this. There is one for pig feed there. It's the potato one. But we'd need sorghum, potato, or sugar beet. Do you know what I mean? We'd need what we're not getting out of here. Now, this is going to take a large sum of money. This is probably the only thing I've got against this. But if you look, £22,000. It takes corn, sunflower and potato, which is what we've basically been feeding them the majority of the time anyway. So we're going to plant that. If it doesn't work, we'll get the money back if we have to. I just want to try it. I've never used this pig feed mixer, and I'd like to just give it a little whirl, if I'm honest. So I'm just going to try and tidy that up a little bit like that. Yeah, just something like that. Just want to tidy it up a little bit. So ideally now, before we jump into another month, we might as well try and get some pig feed on, because if we put some pig feed into this, then next month, when we sleep in a minute, we can basically get seeding. That's my plan. That's what I'd like to do. We were meant to be in the next month anyway in this episode, but obviously I come up with this idea to do this with the mixer. And it's something else we've never used before over on Farming Simulator as well. So it's somewhat different. We've never used it. You've never seen it on my series before. And if it works out really well, it may mean we do pigs more often, to be honest. And if we do that, there we go. I might be able to distribute this now into here. That might be something we can do. Just got to get that under there, get that under there. Right. I do struggle with front loading work. You all know that I tend to struggle with front loading work. But I don't think this is gonna quite fit what we need. I really don't think this is going to fit. Oh! Yes, it does fit. Yes. Fantastic. Let's get it. Nice. But yeah, so we can still do a bit of farm work. Still do a bit of yard work when it comes to the pigs. We've got to do this. We might once in a while just use a bit of super strength, but we won't make a habit of using super strength to do this. I suppose it depends how much we have. Lovely. Look at that go. And don't forget, we've still got some what's it called, wood chips over in the silo by the train station. So that's going to be something to do as well, as soon as the price is right. I feel like I'm on a game show. The price is right. Right, so let me just go on there and let me just activate this. So we've got a bit of potato, got a little bit of sunflower. Like I said, it's not a lot, but it'll do. That is perfect. That is exactly what I was hoping it was going to be like. That is absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm just going to jump over to the car, because the car is a lot easier. Yeah, I'll have to excuse my mouse, having to do a couple of movements. I've been playing trucking this morning, and yeah, basically just means that I'm a bit... I have to lower my my mouse movement for trucking so it's smooth, and then I have to increase it for farming sim, otherwise I end up having to move the mouse a lot. So let's just go back up this way and let's just see what there is over here. We need to get the Deutz-Fahr truck. I could have come up here in the Deutz-Fahr. Okay, that is not the one I was hoping for. Like, this is when I'd like use super strength, just to try and get rid of this a bit quicker, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna be short on sunflower, so maybe we need to get some sunflower. We maybe need to plant some sunflowers. I know we get it out of here, but we're not getting enough. We're not getting enough out of there. So today's job is going to be quite a busy job. I am going to just adjust that time to get a bit of extra daylight. That's good enough for daylight for me. So yeah, we've got two fields to do today. Oh, we need to weed as well. So we're going to be in September for at least a couple of episodes, by the look of it, because we need to weed everything. And yeah, got quite a bit to do. When can we plant sunflower? There's a good question. When do we plant sunflower on this map? Because maybe that's what we do. Back to the calendar. We plant sunflower over in March. So that one new field that we harvested in the last episode, we will we'll put some sunflowers in that, I think. And that's exactly what we'll do. I think we will put some lights on the truck just to make it a bit easier to see, but it's not much, is it? Let me see if we can make it just a little bit brighter still. There we go. So yeah, so we haven't got 2 fields to seed now. We've only got the 1. But we do need to weed at least 2 fields. Need to weed at least 2 fields. Yeah, you'll have to bear with me as well, guys. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. I kind of explained all this over on my trucking video. Just feeling a little bit under the weather today. Just, yeah. So I might not be as super talkative as normal. I could have not put a video out, but playing the games helped take my mind off it. Do you know what I mean? I'm probably gonna play some Apex in a bit, but I'm gonna be absolutely raging at that game. I know I am. When I'm not well, sometimes games annoy me even more. And let's be fair, Apex is an annoying game to begin with. I feel like we're going to need more power soon. I know one thing, that really, really cheap harvester we've been renting, that's not going to be good enough anymore. We're going to need at least 200 brake horsepower, I think. I think we've been topping out about 120. That just reminds me, actually. Let's just have a look over in the discount store. Would you believe it? Oh, we don't have enough money. We need to get money for that. We might as well buy a sunflower header. Although, we could rent it. I don't know how often... No. I don't know how often we're going to do sunflowers. I suppose that's the question. How often are we going to do sunflowers? No point in buying one to just let it not be used, you know what I mean? Well, I know we'll use it once, but it ain't going to cost us 11 grand to rent. Now, like I say, we are a little bit low on money at the moment due to the pig feed process, but we'll be good. We'll be good with it. We've got 9 grand left. Like I say, we've got some emergency wood chips if we need to make some quick cash. And this is looking really well. I'm thinking of putting a worker on this, guys, but I just want to get a second headland done. Although saying that, my other job is to seed today, and I don't have another seeder. So they've got feed, they've got feed, they've got a little bit of feed, they've got a little bit. See, their capacity is nearly full. So that's the main thing. That's another reason why we're going to plant 2 fields of grain as well. Although, no, we don't need to do that, do we? Duh, we've just got a new feed mixer. It doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe we should get a feed mixer that actually does take a grain. I don't know, we'll see. I'm trying it. It might not be one we use, you know what I mean? I know, like, when Corp Farms comes out and stuff, you know, those pigs on that as well, and you never know, we might use a different production for that. We could just put it all in manually, but I'd rather put it into like a production. It's just another thing to play at, basically, doing a production. But as you can see from this, we have got quite a bit of a job to do today. Now, obviously, there's no fertilizer in our seeder. We're just going to fertilize with our wide spreader. That's why we have the spreader. Plenty of seed. Oh, I missed a bit. Oh, I missed another bit. Don't want to be missing any. But yeah, we need to get... Oh, no, I do need to... I was going to say to myself earlier, oh, well, we haven't really got out else to do today, but we have. We've got to weed this field. Let me just go this way. I don't want to be missing anything. It's definitely easier going clockwise around this field. It's not quite as steep if you go clockwise. And that's the main thing. Got to be able to... I tell you what, let us leave that up. I will just slightly go anti-clockwise. I know I've just said going clockwise is easier, but there's a reason why I want to do it this way. I want to just knock this corner out a little bit, like there. So if... Come on, reverse. I can't press the brake anymore. I'm moving myself in my chair. There we go. Yeah, just want to try and get a little bit more away from that corner if I can. But I'm more paranoid about accidentally going into field 6 with the seeder and ruining that field. That's what I'm a little bit paranoid about. So if I just do this and then I do a U-turn here, we also need to get this field cut as well at some point today. Well, not necessarily today, but in September. That's what we were meant to do last month. I've just realised that's what we were meant to do. We were going to cut that grass. I forgot and we moved into September. Well, that's my mistake. That's my mistake. I completely forgot about that. Completely and utterly forgot about that. Yeah, look at this seeder now. This is gonna, it's gonna struggle. Wow. That now gives me enough space to lift that up, turn around. Sorry if you can hear my steering wheel banging, guys. Sometimes I don't realise where the full lock is. But yeah, this is going to be a third headland. I'm not going to get a worker on this, I don't think. I don't trust a worker, to be honest, right now. And I'm not getting as much seeded as I was hoping to get done in this episode. Right, there we go. Lovely. Yeah, this field has got to be done today. Couple of weeds come through, but I think we'll get rid of them with the seeder. I couldn't think what it was called then. Couldn't think of the word. I tell you, when I don't feel very well, I think even, you know, it's so hard for me to concentrate even more than normal. And half the time I struggle as it is. That one little spot that I missed will be alright. Might get it at the end if I remember. There we go. We've got loads and loads of seed done. This is a relatively big field. And like I say, yeah, you know, the wood chips kind of paid for it and bloody blah, but I'm not bothered. It's going to help the farm grow a little bit. You know, we are playing on the hard difficulty, so if we can utilise some wood chips once in a while, I'm game with that. Nothing else really pays a good price, you see. Right, there we go. So it's crazy. It's crazy how long this is taking to seed. Like I say, could have time-lapsed it. Enjoy trying to not time-lapse these series, because they're only on a couple of days a week. Now, if we played Old Stream Farm 7 days a week, we'd have time-lapses and stuff and things like that. But we only play this series a couple of days a week, and it's nice just to play the series for what it is. And I've just made a mistake there. I'm going to leave the seeder down because it's not going to use any seed. There we go. %, seed. Well, I think we started on what? Was it 56% we started on? I can't remember. I think it was like 56%, something daft like that. Alright. Yeah, we should get a real good yield out of this field, I hope. I'm hoping for a really good yield. And that's why I didn't go back and just do that little bit there. Because I knew I could maybe do some kind of turn like that. I'd lift the seeder up, guys. It would kind of be a fraction quicker to turn with the seeder lifted. But this seeder takes forever to drop down to, you know, to work with. So I'm kind of just leaving it down now. I'll do that. Look, if I lift it up now, we get the power, and then I have to lower it, lowering it. Now it's back down. It just takes so long to lower. That's kind of why I've not been doing it, but I did it then just because I needed the power on that hill. But we are getting off that hill now, which is a really good thing. We should hopefully now just be working on a little bit more flatter surface. And we've already shot through over an hour in the game. Try and get that bit when we do this turn in a minute. I don't mind missing little bits. I'll do that. Oh, it missed a tiny little bit. But as you can see, this is foot to the floor, guys. I genuinely can't go any quicker. I am foot to the floor. It's just got no power. Well, it has, just this seeder takes quite a bit of power, and then obviously the hill's taking the speed out of it, and the power's just struggling. But it's getting there. Slowly, but it's getting there. Like I say, with each pass we're getting off the hill. I am dreading harvesting this hill. If this hill doesn't really work out for us, guys, we'll just get rid of the field up here and we'll just keep it like where we are now. You know, more of a smoother surface. I know it kind of means the trees would be a little bit of a waste, but it'll be right. Mess this last one up, so we need to just go and get that. We might as well get that while we're passing. I say I'm not bothered about little bits, and then I go and do them because it actually does annoy me. I am actually bothered that I've missed a little bit. I watch some YouTubers and they'll miss bits in the field, and it's like and they're like, oh, I'm not bothered about that, and I'm thinking it bothers me. I like the fields to look like they're done, not patchy. Right, there we go. I think this is pretty much what we're going to get done in this episode. This field has taken a long time to do, and I don't really understand why it's taken so long. We've got 170 brake horsepower with this tractor. I'm sure this is only a 100 brake horsepower drill. And yet I'm struggling for the gears. I'm constantly struggling for the gears. I don't know, it's weird. Just double checking the tool requirements, but the seeder could do with a little bit of a repair, I suppose. It's about 2/3 gone. Or 2/3 worn out, whatever terminology you want to use. But yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the tool just needs a repair. We could always get a smaller seeder. The problem is, if we buy a smaller seeder, jobs like this will take just as long, if not longer. Because yeah, you know, we've lost a couple of miles per hour. But we have actually, you know, we are actually gaining 5 meters. If we drop down to say a 3 meter, it's nearly half the width. All right, yeah, we might not struggle on the hills as much, but you know, some of the fields, it's not a problem. I think it might just be because it wants a repair, which is fine because in a minute we can go and repair it. Oh no, we can't repair it. We've hardly got any money. Yeah, forgot about that. We've got no money to repair. Now, I don't want to be taking loans. I think I said there was no loans on this series, so we don't want to be doing that. Right, there we go. This is just about done. Yeah, this is pretty much all we're going to really get done today. I maybe should have time-lapsed it, but it's a bit easy to say that when you've already messed up what you were going to do. So in the next episode, we will have some time lapses in the next episode. We won't have a choice. We need. I don't want to be in September any longer than one weekend's worth of videos, and we have got a lot to do. We've got another field we need to go and seed. We got a field we could do with. Well, no, that old sorghum field over there can stay as it is. We'll wait till next year, and we'll just get a big planter. We'll get a direct planter. We'll get some sunflower in there. But we have got enough pig feed for now anyway, so we won't feed the pigs anymore. We'll let that run down, and then we'll let the pig feed that we do produce over winter, and we'll feed them that in spring. I think that's what we'll do. Right. So we've got 15% seed. This is taking a lot of seed as well. Just kind of want to point out there, it's taken a lot of seed to do this field. Right, I'm lifting the tool up because I'm getting a little bit annoyed. To be honest with you guys, I need to pee as well. I meant to go after I finished recording my trucking video, but I got straight on with recording this. Then that way I can edit my 2 videos while, you know, get them on export, leave my computer to do its thing for a couple of hours, and then go from there really. Just get that around there. Come on. Yeah, we don't have a problem on the... Although saying that, 8 mile an hour seems to be its maximum speed. I think it's just this seed is a little bit slow, to be honest. I don't think it's really got anything to do with the hill after all. I know we were struggling for gear changes and stuff, but we were still always going about 8 mile an hour. Yeah, look, on the flat, 8 mile an hour. We only dropped to 7 then because we had to change gear. And he's going to drop down again because he's got to... Yeah, I could do with maybe bringing that gearbox mod back in, you know. There was a gearbox mod and I thought at one point it was giving me an issue. And it wasn't, it was something else. But I never brought the gearbox mod back. If we could go to manual gears automatically, then manually we could maybe just stay in first gear. Because that's where the problem is. It's constantly trying to jump between first... Oh, I lifted up too soon. Yeah, it's the gears. The gears are killing me. 1 minute it wants first gear, then it wants second gear, then it realises second gear is not enough and drops back down to first gear, and oh yeah, what a nightmare. Right, that is the last little bit done, and I am pretty much going to leave this episode here, guys, just because at the end of the day there's not much else I can really get done in this episode in the next 30 seconds really. But I will dump this seeder by the next field. We are going to do another field of is that barley? I believe that to be barley. We have to go the long way around with this one. I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to probably pay £1,000 at some point and get rid of all the rubbish in the yard. But yeah, we do need to get this this over here. This will be ready for the next episode, which will be tomorrow, guys. 2 episodes. As long as there's no problems, it should be tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I do, like I say, I don't like to rush this series because we don't do it very often. It's only a couple of days a week. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, guys, hit that like button. And until the next episode, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one.